Hi, my name is Nguyet. I'm from Vietnam. Currently, I'm doing Master of Educational Leadership and Management at La Trobe University. My topic is about online plagiarism. Firstly, I will start my presentation by giving some background information about this issue, including the definitions, the main forms, and some reasons for this issue. Then I will focus on investigating the consequences of plagiarism on the students, the teachers, as well as the schools. After that, my presentation will continue by giving some recommendations for detecting and preventing online plagiarism. Finally, I will conclude my presentation with some of the very brief information about this issue and the references as well. Plagiarism is a serious problem that many schools and universities around the world are facing. Many researchers have explained and defined the term plagiarism in various ways. According to Carroll, plagiarism is the actions of taking another person's ideas, words, results, or works and then claiming it, even intentionally or unintentionally, to be their own without acknowledging the source. Online plagiarism means that someone steals the work or ideas from the internet or with the assistance of the internet without acknowledging the source. This can be copying and pasting directly from the source from the websites, online databases, journals, or ebooks. There are several forms of plagiarism. Dodoy conducted a research at a well-known university in UK to find out the students' perspectives about plagiarism, and then he concluded that there are three main forms of the issues, including firstly, copying another person's works and pretending it to be their own without citing the source. Secondly, paraphrasing another person's work without giving straight acknowledgement to the author or to the publisher of the writing, including the internet sites. And finally, concocting the references. The I attacked here with the hyperlink also shows you some specific types of plagiarism. So we have just seen that there are many forms of plagiarism, but why do students plagiarize? What are the reasons for these issues? The next slides will show you the answer for this question. There are various reasons for the students to plagiarizing. As the figure shows, pressure to succeed is the most common reason for plagiarism, accounting for 59%. Additionally, bad time management skills is the second most significant cause for plagiarizing, with 54%. Moreover, plagiarism may occur due to the easy access to the material via the internet or some other reasons. And in the next slides, I will focus on explaining more deeply the three most common reasons for this issue, including pressure to succeed or to get a better grade, poor time management skills, and easy access to material via the internet. The first reason for plagiarism is pressure to succeed. As the figures shows in the previous slide, 59% of the students admitted to plagiarizing due to the pressure to succeed, and many students, when entering higher education or universities, have the feeling that everyone expects them to succeed, and they themselves expect it too because of the large amount of money that their parents have spent on their study. Therefore, they try their best to succeed at any cost. This pressure would be good for the students who manage to study well and clearly understand the lessons. Then they would write good assignments to submit. However, for those who do not thoroughly understand the lectures, especially the international students, it will be a huge problem for them. Due to their language barriers, they are often faced with the task of paraphrasing something that they only half understand, and the due date is coming so close. Consequently, it is not surprised that they copy text idea from the internet rather than risk the shame of failure. The other reasons for plagiarism is poor time management skills. Karen conducted a survey in 2002 to ask the students to give reasons why they plagiarize and found that two-thirds of the respondents admitted that their poor time management was the most common cause. Furthermore, it can be seen from the previous figure that 54% of the students acknowledged they plagiarized due to the shortage of time. The students in general often have to study many subjects. Moreover, besides their studying, they have many other things in life to cover, such as part-time jobs, volunteer activities, families, or friends. And if the students have good time management skills, then it will be fine for them to finish their assignments on time. However, many students, especially the freshmen, do not have such effective skills. As a consequence, if the student leave their assignment until the last minute, then the pressure to plagiarize in order not to fail the course may increase. The other reason for plagiarism is the easy access to the material via the internet. Thanks to the development of information technology and internet, the students can study effectively. However, besides the advantages of computer and internet, there are also various problems resulting from high technology. The internet and information technology have made information so easy to find and use. Consequently, helped create various opportunities for the students to plagiarize. And also, according to the previous figure, 40% of the students admitted to plagiarizing due to the easy access to the material via the internet. And Carol also states that there are a huge number of web pages available on the internet and many databases which contain a wide range of articles, journals, ebooks on any subject. The students just need to type the keywords, press enter, and then what they need to do is just to copy and paste what they need for their assignments. So we have just noticed that there are many forms of plagiarism, and also there are some common reasons for this issue. But why is it a problem that needs consideration? Why should we care about this? So we just move to the next slide. Wang states in his study that with the proliferation of the internet on university campuses, the student online plagiarism has caused great concern in higher education. 80% of the students in his study strongly agree that the web has made plagiarism a more serious problem. And 75% believe that there is more plagiarism from the web because it is so easy to copy information such as text, idea, and projects. And it can be seen that the internet has aggravated student plagiarism. Additionally, according to Mark Kenji, online plagiarism is worse because students now own electric devices, which makes it possible for them to find and save huge chunks of information with little reading effort or originally. So through the above mentioned data and explanation, it can be seen that plagiarism is a growing concern in the global educational arena, and there are concerns that it is increasing, particularly with the access to digitized information. That is because of the huge impacts that the plagiarism has on students, teachers, as well as schools. And now we will move to the next slides that focus on investigating the consequences of plagiarism on different aspects. Firstly, the impacts of plagiarism on the student. There are three main consequences of plagiarism on students. Firstly, the student will miss the opportunity to learn and to gain skills and knowledge if they plagiarize. By not doing their own work or assignments, the student who plagiarized will miss the chance to learn about the topic they were supposed to write about. then they will miss the chance to gain more knowledge on that topic. But even worse, they undermine the self-respect by doing something that they know it is wrong. That is too much of a price to pay for just a good grade. Losing reputation is the second impact of plagiarism on the students. When the student plagiarizes, it suggests to the others that they are dishonest people. Being labeled plagiarist is likely to erode students' relationship with their parents, friends, and teachers. Furthermore, when they plagiarize to pass the course, to get the better grade or degree, and after that the act of plagiarizing are exposed, they will face the loss of reputation and experience the difficulties in finding the job as a result. Suffering harsher punishments is another consequence that the students may face when they plagiarize. These punishments can be mark deduction, course failure, or even school expulsion. Even if the students' plagiarizing goes undetected and they escape punishment from their teachers or their schools, they may still have regret at what they have done. As a result, they will not feel happy with themselves and they may lose their own confidence. Plagiarism has impacts not only on the students but also on the teachers. The teachers may get bent out of shape when the teachers realize that their students have plagiarized and handed in the assignments that they did not do themselves. The teachers will feel hurt and they will get angry. This kind of emotional effect will result in other severe consequences. And additionally, there are some ways that teachers themselves adopt to plagiarize by taking teaching activities from the internet and use them as their own lecture materials. When the issue is exposed, the teachers will lose the admiration of their students. And lessening effective delivery of teaching is another impact of plagiarism on the teachers. When the teachers plagiarize their teaching material, this will reduce their creativity in designing their lessons and in-class activities. Consequently, this will lead to less effective delivery of teaching. Besides having impacts on the students and the teachers, plagiarism also leads to severe consequences affecting schools or university. Firstly, plagiarism may affect the standards of training, policy, assessment of the schools. Each university or school has its own policy, content of courses, method of teaching or assessment system, and when plagiarism occurs regularly, the university has to change its policy, teaching methodology, and the ways of evaluating the students, or even the content of the course in order to prevent plagiarism. It then affects the stability of the university. The other impacts of plagiarism on the school or university is that it risks the merit and honesty of what being trained at university. Carol states in her research that plagiarism threatens the value and integrity of what is being taught. Many universities or schools are conducting several courses, seminars to educate students about plagiarism and to inform them the policy and to teach them to be honest. Despite many efforts those universities have made, plagiarism still occurs significantly. This situation indicates that the students do what they are told not to do. It means that plagiarism decreases the value of what is being taught at university. As a consequence, it threatens students' engagement with learning. And furthermore, the university may suffer a reputation lost because of plagiarism. Plagiarism helps the students to get higher grades and complete their degree without gaining real knowledge and skills. As a result, when they get a job, They may not be able to do their job well due to the shortage of knowledge or skills that they did not gain during their study at university. Consequently, the employers may not believe in the quality of education in those universities. And then they might face many difficulties attracting the students in the future. It can be seen that plagiarism is a serious problem that many schools and universities are facing now. Then it is necessary to take actions in order to prevent it. The following recommendations comes from the teachers and schools' perspective. Firstly, many students plagiarize because of their poor time management skills. And to address this issue, the schools should provide workshops on time management and life skills and divide the assignments into separate steps with different due dates. For example, instead of leaving the whole time for the students to complete their assignments, the lecturers should ask them to hand in the annotated list, the basic plans, detailed plan, and the draft of their assignments in different periods of time. These actions may help the student not to leave their writing until the last moment. And secondly, many students admitted to plagiarizing due to the pressure to succeed or to get a better grade. In order to deal with this problem, the school should equip their students with academic skills such as writing, paraphrasing, or referencing skills. And these skills or techniques might help the students to be more confident in their own ability, their own writing, and therefore less likely to feel the need to plagiarize. And additionally, to address plagiarism through online sources, the school should change the assessment system. Instead of giving the student assignment to complete at home, the university should ask them to sit for in-class tasks or giving the oral presentations. Moreover, the assessment task should be renewed regularly to avoid copying from existing works. And finally, the school should implement some plagiarism detecting software while assessing the students, such as Turnitin or other free plagiarism detection tools online. I also include here some of the useful sources for learning more about plagiarism, how to detect and prevent it, and how to use such academic skills as paraphrasing, referencing that help the student to avoid plagiarism. And to conclude, some of the basic information about plagiarism, such as definitions, forms, and reasons for plagiarizing, have been covered during the presentation, and some impacts of this issue on the students, teachers, and schools also have been presented. And also, I've given some recommendation for preventing and detecting plagiarism, and also provide some learning sources. And here are the list of references that I've used during my presentation. Thank you so much.